there, dreamers. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, hello. I'm Jacqueline. Glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are a fellow crazy plant person. I love Hoyas, and I have a lot of other houseplants too that we talk about here on a regular basis. I don't have a set schedule right now, so if you are interested, along with hitting that subscribe button, be sure to click that bell so you are notified of my latest uploads. Darcy, do you want to say hello? Come, get here. It's been a while since Darcy made an appearance on the channel. Or inspected my lip gloss on camera. Did you want to teach them? Did you want to take over the class? Today, Darcy and I are going to teach you how we propagate Peperomia. If you like Peperomia, if you like puppies, dogs, or plants, hit that like button. And let's get to propagating. Moved my chair, damn it. Now that we have had our special guest appearance, I thought I would teach you guys today how I propagate my different Peperomia. And the one that I've been propagating the most with this method is my watermelon Peperomia, which I will insert clips from. But I discovered recently that my watermelon Peperomia is suffering from some sort of infection, whether it's bacterial or fungal, I'm really not sure, but the effect is generally the same. Anyway, because that plant is negatively affected, I didn't think it would be very advisable to be showing you how to propagate something that I shouldn't be propagating because it's perpetuating a bacterial or a fungal problem. So I picked a different Peperomia for us to propagate today. But with that being said, I haven't propagated this one this way, so I'm sure it'll work. They're the same genus, they operate the same way, it'll be fine. But that's my disclaimer. If you're wondering why I'm doing this on a particular Peperomia that I haven't propagated this way before, my tried and true is down for the count, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna find a replacement. Those clips are included for whatever it's worth. We're going to propagate today my Peperomia Frost. This guy has been going strong without any sort of pruning other than for, aesthetic purposes for about a year. And believe it or not, I've actually already pruned it before starting this video. So really all I did was take any outliers, any guys that are kind of like this, where they're just sticking out a little bit further than the rest. There were a few like that. I just chopped them all off as close to the base as I could. And now I got myself a little bouquet of Peperomia Frost cuttings and cut the stem as close to the leaf as possible without cutting into the leaf. It's okay to have a little nub in there. So you can see there's just kind of a little bit of that petiole left on there, and that's going to be helpful. We will plant some of them in soil just like this so that this is making contact with the soil. That part should put out roots. And with watermelon Peperomia, you can chop them like this and you can root them this way. So I believe you can do that with half leaves with other Peperomia too. Just like I did with the watermelon Peperomia, I will tend to put it in soil in a very shallow dish. Usually I use a takeout container because I can put the lid on and keep the humidity up. Eventually they start to put out little roots, and I keep them in this shallow dish so that I can kind of see as those roots develop, and those roots don't dry out even if they're kind of crawling across the surface of the soil. What I personally like to do when I start seeing some significant root development is go in and separate them. I will either put one of the little propagated leaves in there, or two, sometimes three, depending on how full of a plant I want. I will let them continue to root and grow in little baby nursery pots. I do sell some plants on Etsy. I like propagating my plants. I run out of room. I don't have that many people I can force plants onto, so I sell them. To sell them, I found it effective with little plants to keep them in some sort of enclosure for humidity's sake, so I'm not watering them every day, every other day. I basically created a little mini greenhouse out of a hefty storage container and a utility lamp. So like those clip-on lamps you get at the hardware store. I put a grow bulb in one, I cut a hole in the top of the lid for the plastic tote and just directed the bulb through there. So the small baby plants that are rooting and growing for my Etsy shop are all in that. that is where I generally put these after that next step. So after they've rooted and I've separated these into little individual nursery pots, I will put them in that little makeshift greenhouse to continue to grow. And at this point, you can kind of see what they become. They're these little baby plants. It's adorable. It's a lot more adorable when they're not infected and having like these brown spots on them, but use your imagination. Propagating peperomia is something that's really easy. It's really rewarding because it happens pretty quickly. The December ones that are rooting, the round before that were maybe October or November. So it really doesn't take very long to root these guys. This is the method that works for me. I've propagated a lot of watermelon peperomia. Well, I'm going to be propagating a lot of frost, so if you're into that. If you enjoyed learning how to propagate peperomia with me, or you learned something new, let me know in that comment section. I would love to hear from you. You can leave me a like down below. That helps me out a lot. And I hope you subscribe if you have not already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.